Hello again, Michael Ware with the Iowa Firearms Coalition's Warrior Wednesday. We've got David Kelner here. I'm smiling from ear to ear already because I'm pretty excited. And I didn't tell Dave what I'm going to tell everybody a little bit. We'll get to that in a second. Dave Kelner, let us know a little bit about yourself and what the NRA Whittington Center is, please.
So I'm Dave Kelner. I'm the executive director here at the NRA Whittington Center. Been here going on 6 years now, worked for the Office of Advancement for NRA before that, and began my career in this business with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation back in the late 90s. So been at it a while. So happy to be here.
Fantastic. Thank you. We've got a little ticker going across the bottom so everybody can recognize that you need to go to NRAWC.org. That's short for NRA Whittington Center. So check those guys out as soon as you can. I'll display that stuff up there on the screen in a second. The reason that I was so smiley and I was giddy as a schoolboy when I introduced you, Dave, is my daughter just signed up for the adventure camp for 2026. She was able to get, you've got at this moment anyway, a few slots left. I think they're going to call me this afternoon for the deposit to get all that taken care of. And I told my daughter, I said, okay. Yeah. So I told her, here's what I told her, Dave. I'm like, yes, if you want to go to the camp, I'll send you. Because she went to NRA this last summer and met a young lady there who had just got back from camp and loved it. Said, oh, Caitlin, you got to go. I'll go again if you go. And anyway, they caught me at a moment of weakness, and I said, sure, without even thinking about it. So anyway, fast forward, and I said, I'll get you there. I'll get you there. The transportation's on me. I'll get you there. But, oh, by the way, I think that you're paying for your 2-week camp. And she's like, okay. And I said, here's what we'll do. And full disclosure, I own a custom gun shop, right? So I said, I'll do this. I'll have people bring in guns for cleaning. I'll tear them down to little pieces. I'll inspect them, and then I'll hand them over to you, your bench. And you got to clean them. You got to spit polish them. You got to oil them. And then I will assemble them back, double check everything, whatever else. And I said, and you charge $50 a gun until you've got enough to pay for camp or exceed it. And then you can, gift it to NRA, IFC, whatever you want. She's like, okay. And so I put a Facebook post out just not long ago. And before the end of the day, I think she's got enough slots filled that she's gonna earn all of her money to go to camp, Dave. So it's working out really well. Super excited. But okay, maybe that's a good intro. Why don't you tell us about the adventure camp? I mean, I know that's not the only thing that you do, but it is one aspect. Tell us about it.
So adventure camp is one of our basically our signature program for youth. It's youth 13 to 17 years old. It's a 2-week camp. We do 2 sessions of it each summer. During those 2 weeks, each of the participants is going to send roughly 1,500 rounds downrange. Ranges everything from 22s, muzzle loader, shotgun, a Barrett 50 BMG, shooting at a mile target, shooting our iconic white buffalo target. But it's much more than just shooting. It's there's cook skills, there's hunter education, there's citizenship. Some of the most well-rounded kids you'd ever want to meet in your life. They tell me everything is going to be okay with the world. I get up there and spend quite a bit of time with them. Just tell me what's going on. Tell me what you see as the ways we can improve. Tell me the struggles and challenges you're having. So it's great. We do 2 camps each summer. Each camp has 56 participants. So I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the instructors and counselors that give so freely of their time. Those instructors are here for 6 weeks. We do the 2 camps are 2 weeks apiece. We have a week of setup and a week of teardown after that. So it's a lot to ask for an instructor to be here for 6 weeks for free, basically. So wow. We owe it to them, and we owe it to our industry partners that provide the ammunition, provide the weapons, provide the financial support that allows us to do it.
Well, I see that I had forgotten about it. Actually, I knew it, but I must have misplaced it. That there is a what is there a Frank Brownell Museum or something like that there?
Yeah, exactly. The Frank Brownell Firearms Museum of the Southwest. We just completed a 4,200 square foot addition to that. Right now, we're installing the new displays. It'll probably be sometime in the first quarter of 26 that everything will be done and ready to go. We're in their building right now, so I had to close the museum just because I can't have people underfoot when we're trying to lift things into place. So, but it should be done, like I said, first quarter of 26, and it'll be state of the art. So,
fantastic. Frank isn't known for doing things halfway.
No, sir.
Granted,
no, sir.
He's recently passed a few months back, and I enjoyed the heck out of knowing him as the way that I did, which isn't as much as I should have. But Pete's a good friend of mine. I've enjoyed their family for a long time, and I'm excited to come see it.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, so I've got sideways there. I was thinking I chased a rabbit. So what else does the Whittington Center have? I mean, do you have any place to shoot very many places? I've got any mileage, spare mileage there? What do you got?
We've got a little bit. So it's 33,300 acres, roughly 52 square miles. So we have 25 improved ranges, anything. There's 17 trap fields. 4 of those have a skeet overlay on them. There's 3 sporting clay courses, 2 5-stand courses. So we can do anything from local competition, state, regional, national, international competitions are held here. So that's the shotgun portion of it. And then in addition to that, there's 25 improved ranges. Anything from plinking with a pistol to we just completed the King of the 2-mile course, which is basically we have targets out to 2 miles. And we probably have another half or 3/4 of a mile beyond that we can put targets out that much further if technology, if the shooters can hit them, I'll put the targets out there.
Did you just issue a challenge to?
It's when we first built that range, they tell me, okay, we're going to have a dozen shooters. We had 20 shooters and nobody hit the target. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm in for a world of hurt and I'm going to have to listen to everybody. And to the person, all 20 of them came down off the mountain and said, we'll be back. We'll conquer this thing. There's one thing about our area of northern New Mexico, and that is the wind is going to be constant. Meaning the wind's going to blow. It's going to blow 3 different directions. And when you're trying to go 2 miles, you're going through 3 different canyons to get there. So what the wind is doing where you're shooting is not what the wind is doing at the target. So the credit for all that goes to the guy that's dialing the scope and reading the wind. I've actually hit the 2-mile target. And I'm not I can shoot a ways, but I can't shoot 2 miles. You basically lay there, they dial the scope, they'll tap you on the back and say, send it. And as long as you don't jerk the trigger, you'll go where the bullet will go where he said it would go. So, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to hit the target at 2 miles, but it's not me. So, but yeah, we've got that. Our iconic white buffalo is a 6-foot by 10-foot steel target, 1,123 yards. So it's kind of fun to take people up there and get them on that target. So.
Wow. So you've got 33,000 plus acres. You've got
Correct.
oodles and oodles of ranges. And it's what, downtown Santa Fe, or where are you?
No, sir. We're in the northeast corner of New Mexico, Raton is the city. It's about 10 miles from the Colorado border at Trinidad. So it's both the blessing and the curse is we're in Raton, New Mexico. So you've got to want to come here. You're not, if it was on the outskirts of Denver, Albuquerque, Phoenix, Dallas, we'll finish this year 140,000 plus visitors. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's say that it's a family vacation, and we're going to load up in the truckster, and we're going to make our way west and make a big loop. Okay, and I decide that I want to throw the handy dandy rifle in, and I want to say I shot at the Whittington Center. So what do I have to do? What preparations need to be made?
So we have 125 RV spaces. We have beds for over 200 people. If you want to make reservations to stay, like anything else in the tourist business, our crazy season is Memorial Day to Labor Day. The sooner or farther in advance you make that reservation to stay here, the better chances are you're going to get the dates you want. The place fills up incredibly fast for the summer. Open to the public. Basically, you can pull in the front gate, sign a waiver, pay the fee to shoot for the day, and you are welcome to shoot anything that we have. It's pretty easy there. Like I said, if you want to stay, cabins fill, cabins fill up incredibly quickly. There's usually some RV spots, or we can make room for an RV spot. Just get online and make your reservation, and that starts February 1st. We leave it locked up until February 1st. That way it's equal for everyone to try to make those reservations.
You said cabins. What do you mean by cabins?
So cabins, we have two different types. We have what we call competitors housing, which would be college dormitory style. We have 3 buildings. Each building has 15 rooms. Each room has 2 beds in it. Each wing of 5 has a separate little kitchenette. And then in the center of that, there's a common area with TV, couches, things like that. So you could put 90 people in that. And then we have a complex of 7 cabins. Each cabin has its own bathroom, 2 beds, and again, common kitchen and living room area. And then we've got the cabins where the adventure camp kids stay. Those are 5 sets of bunk beds, and then a small room for the counselor to stay in. So we can put another. Well, when we're doing adventure camp, we'll have 56 kids in those small cabins with the instructors, and then go from there. So all total, we can sleep over 200 people in beds. Yeah, that's.
Dave, I'm not putting you on. This is. Go ahead, please.
We can sleep over 200 people in beds, but again, it ranges from the RV log cabins you're looking at all the way up to the Frank and Pete Brownell suites. We've got a bathhouse, we've got a small laundromat. Basically you can come and stay in one of these cabins or in competitors, bring your own food. You don't even have to go into town to eat if you don't want to.
This is absolutely remarkable. Dave, I'm not, and I want the audience out here to know, I'm not putting anybody on. I did not go. I resisted. I don't know how I managed it, but I resisted the temptation to look down through any of this stuff when I was preparing for this, because my daughter was talking to me about this, that she learned from her friend Katie that had spent time at the adventure camp last year. And she was she was weaving these, beautiful tales and regaling us with these stories. And I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yes, Dad, that's what she told me. And she talked about it, on and on and on. So I haven't looked at any of this, and now I'm looking down through these pictures and reading about it. This is, if this is the kind of thing you're into, this sounds like a genuine vacation destination spot. I had no idea it was this nice. This is absolutely fantastic, Dave. Wow.
It absolutely is, and it's all paid for. So the Whittington Center is a separate 501c3 nonprofit. It was created in 1973 as a trust of the NRA, but it's completely separate. It is 100% paid for. We don't owe anybody anything. It's ours. So
wow. What a facility. Okay, well, tell me about the hunts. I saw guided and unguided hunts there. We haven't talked about that at all.
Okay, so we hold 36 elk tags from the state, landowner tags, and it's based on the size of the property and the amount of conservation work that we do. So with the elk, we have 36 tags. I've got hunters in the field right now. So we start October 1st and we'll hunt to December 31st. Now, just because we have 36 tags doesn't mean we're going to use them all. So myself, all of my guides work for me full-time. So they're all full-time employees here. So we know where the elk are and we know what's going on. So on a typical year, we'll hunt no more than 12 bull elk. We'll hunt those 2 hunters at a time. So basically, you and one other hunter are hunting 33,000 acres. So there's nobody else going to bump the elk if we don't bump them. So, and doing it that way, we've been 100% shot opportunity for the 6 years I've been here, and probably 6 or 10 before that. We've been 100% opportunity. What you do with that opportunity, I can't help, but we'll put you on an animal. So the pronghorn are over the counter. We've got a resident herd of about 300 pronghorn here. The only thing we do primarily is we'll either do youth hunts or wounded warrior hunts, because the antelope are basically habituated. And it's not really a hunt for a seasoned hunter per se. Sure. I mean, we know where the antelope are on any given day. I could leave my office and be back in 45 minutes and have an antelope on the ground if we wanted to. But we use it for youth hunts. We use it for wounded warriors, stuff like that. So we'll only hunt a couple of antelope here each year. Mule deer, we hold a combined 10 tags from the state. Right now we have the regular season going on. The trophy hunt or the rut hunt will be the month of January. So mule deer are struggling a little bit, so we greatly limit the number of mule deer that we're going to take too. So I think this year we'll do one in the regular hunt and one in the trophy hunt. And, we're trying to build back that population. Turkey tags are over the counter. We'll do probably a dozen turkey hunts. Most of those guided, a few of them unguided. And then we contract out the predator hunting, the bear and lion hunting, to the TL Ranch. One of our neighboring ranchers has a pack of hounds, so we contract that out to him. But that's basically our hunting operation.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are the mule deer? Is there a problem with numbers for what reason?
Mule deer are really, really susceptible to disease. We test for chronic wasting disease every year. Knock on wood, we've never found chronic wasting disease. Excuse me. we do it as a co-op with the neighboring ranchers. So we see the data they're seeing, they see our data. But they just struggle. Predators are a problem. They're susceptible to a lot of disease. So the numbers are down. So we try to manage that effectively too. I was saying we have a.
Well, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask. I mean, I didn't know if that was perceived as temporary or whether this is just kind of happening in the neighborhood or what. But I did want to ask then. That kind of leads into basically the question I wanted to put forward a little bit earlier, and I didn't want to interject then. So if I'm going to plan to come your direction, whether I'm very close there, very far away, what do I need to do? Do I need to go visit the website first? Do I need to have a plan of attack? Do I need to see what your calendar looks like? How do I plan a trip to the Whittington Center?
So, yeah, I would say the best place for information is our website. We try to keep that calendar updated as best we can. So there may be, for instance, if the ATA, the Amateur Trap Association, is holding a big event, it might be the case you're not going to be able to shoot trap when you come. And I always hate it when somebody shows up and said, I drove 2,000 miles to shoot my trap gun here. And the trap line has got 200 people on it. So if you look at the website or give us a call, give our program people a call, they can basically tell you what's going on. If you want to crack a cap and smell gunpowder, I'll find someplace for you to do that. Even lots of times when we're shooting stuff like that, they're not going to start until 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I might have to tell you, hey, if you want to shoot around a trap, be here at 7 o'clock and I'll turn the machines on for you. Or if you want to get out and shoot sporting clays or something like that. White buffalo, that's our high power silhouette range. We have to go through and paint the targets every morning, but I can get our guys in there. We've been known to paint them with headlamps on. We can get you out there and you can take a couple cracks at the white buffalo. So we'll accommodate anything we can. The more advanced planning and looking at the website and things like that you do, the better off you are. So,
Dave, you sound like you're very accommodating. Is this kind of the ebb and flow of things down there or what?
It is. We all realize I always joke with everyone how I got in the hospitality business, one of the great mysteries of my life. But, we'll try to do everything humanly possible that we can do safely to let you have as much fun as you can have while you're here. So I have a staff of 30 people, and this is what they live for. We get up every day and pinch ourselves. It's not a bad office. I'm looking out my window right now at 3 pronghorn antelope that are out in the field across from my office. So it's not a bad office. It's not. So,
Dave, are you hiring?
We can be. We can be hiring. We're always looking. We're always looking. We're always looking.
Oh man, you're describing dream jobs for a lot of people listening, and I'm serious. I mean, people are like, tell me all the time, "Oh, Michael, you do what you love." I'm like, well, I'm pretty good at it, and I do enjoy it. Yes, I don't know if there's a job that I could do that I love, but you're describing things that I probably would be as close to loving my job as possible. That sounds pretty darn good.
The beauty of it is, Michael, no 2 days are ever the same, especially for me. Yeah. I'll be in my office pushing papers and get a call that a wildfire broke out. And my go bag is in my office, and you're very apt to find me running the dozer, getting a line around the fire. It's incredibly hard to keep Dave in the office. So I'd rather be out rolling up my sleeves, getting my hands dirty. So, but yeah.
Okay, so we've spoken about some of the facilities themselves. We talked a little bit about hunts. We visited about the adventure camp now, and then the museum, which is being rearranged at the moment, but will be open hopefully very soon. You said first quarter 2026. That's all very
Hopefully.
good. What about training? Okay, we did talk about camping, hunts, whatever else. Well, what about training? Tell me about that.
So we have what we call Whittington University. So we have certified instructor counselors on our staff. We can train shotgun, muzzleloader, archery, pistol, carbine rifle, long range, extreme long range. A lot of that will bring in instructors to teach that class specifically. But we'll do, on an average year, there'll probably be 150 offerings for different classes that you can take. And we do a lot of folks getting ready to come hunting. So we'll take you out for an afternoon and run through your rifle with you and try to help you as best we can. So just different things like that. But again, we call it Whittington University. It's on our website. So you can go there and, hey, I'd like to do a basic pistol course, or I'd like to do a night shooting course, just different things like that. And most of those, we can include lodging, we can include meals with that. So there's different things that we can do to make it as easy and as accommodating for you. It's not as big a deal anymore, but back into when COVID first got over, ammunition was in really, really tight supply. So I was able to work out a deal where if you were going to come and shoot a pistol course, I could put enough 9mm ammunition away so you didn't have to travel with it. You could just show up here and get the ammo and shoot. So again, not as big a deal right now, but you never know what might come up next in the ammo world. So,
oh, no doubt. I see a women's wilderness escape. I didn't notice that until I was looking over at the screen when you started to talk about that.
So that's another one of our signature programs, very much like the adventure camp for the youth. We just wrapped it up. We had 60 women. It's basically women instructors teaching women how to shoot. So you get a lot of first-time shooters, as well as just seasoned veterans. More often than not, that's someone saying, hey, here's a great class. You want to get into it? I'll go with you. And they're seasoned shooters. So they can help coach, mentor, train. But it's the women teaching the women. It's a week-long deal. Some I've been up to dinner with them. It can get pretty interesting. It's like, I got to go home. I can't be here, but yeah, it's a lot of fun for them.
Yeah. We call those hen parties where I come from. And
yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you're like, you know what? Yeah. I better let you girls do girl stuff. I got to get out of here.
Yeah. I got to get out of here. So I wasn't going to say that, Michael. So,
Yeah. Okay. I'll take the rap on the beak for that one. If there's any trouble we had. Dave Kelner, Whittington, NRA's Whittington Center. So that's NRAWC.org. I am glad I was able to resist the temptation to go through this menu on your website and go see all these things so that we could talk about them. I could have my response view of my reaction in real time. I'm glad I did that. I would encourage you guys to go out there and check out NRAWC.org, the NRA Whittington Center. Make a plan to go there. Take your family, take your kids, take a buddy, whoever it may be, and check this place out. I am super excited. We have a family home in southern Colorado. It's not far from West Cliff. I don't know if you know where that's at. But I think from West Cliff straight down south, down around the Horn as we hit interstate, I think that's 25. I'll be able to get to Raton in under 2 hours, I think, from that place. So I'm going to make my way there, hopefully, before I get my daughter out there this summer. But she's excited for adventure camp. I'm glad that we are having this conversation. Is there anything, Dave, that we've missed? I mean, we spoke about hunts. We talked about the beauty of the property, the lodging, the museum, the training, the things for kids and women, all these different items. What have we left out?
I guess one of the things, if you're going to come and you're not going to make it a road trip and drive, the closest airports, you're 3 hours from Albuquerque, a little over 2 to Colorado Springs, depending on the time of day and traffic, 3 to 4 to the Denver airport. And it's getting more and more common. We have a lot of people fly in. The Raton International Airport is right across the street from us. So, Vermejo borders us, Ted Turner's place. So I know they fly jets in because their hunters come in on jets. So they can get jets in and out of there. You can get Cessnas in and out of there real easy. So if you want to fly yourself, fly into Raton. Otherwise, Albuquerque, Springs, or Denver are the closest.
What's the elevation?
I'm sitting at 6,800 feet here in my office. At the entrance to the property, goes up to a little over 10,000 feet. So the other interesting fact, roughly 15% of this property is developed where the ranges are. The balance completely wild. The balance is completely wild. The balance, we run a hunting operation, we run a logging operation, but it's wild. It's wild.
Now, I've looked at everything on Google Earth, and ordinarily, from being through that neck of the woods from time to time, I would ordinarily describe it as people as high and dry, but I do see a lot of green, and I don't know if it's the same in your neighborhood as it was this year where our place is in southern Colorado, but we've seen a little bit more moisture a few different times, and it's been a little bit greener than usual.
It's this, we were in a 10-year drought. This summer, one of the wettest in modern time. That's both a blessing and a curse. We are high and dry, and when we get moisture like that, we get a lot of growth. Right now, it is completely dry. We haven't had any moisture in probably 70, 80 days now. So even in November, we're on constant watch for fire. We monitor it daily. We're fortunate in that we have all the equipment. We have memorandums of understanding with all the neighboring ranches. If a fire breaks out, call us, tell us what you need, because we are going to call you and tell you what we need. And everyone expects it, and we'll all be there to do what we need to do. So, it's that moisture is both a blessing and a curse. I smile every time it rains, and I curse the days like this when the wind is blowing 30 and it's dry. So yeah, that's part of it. It is interesting to see some of that stuff that gets green and stays green in times of year that you're used to lots of earth tones instead. So that's very, very cool. Yeah, it is. It is. So.
Okay, we've made it to about the end here. I know that we were pressed for time, Dave, and you were kind enough to carve out a little bit for us today. Well, I'll leave you with the last word, and then I'll end the recording. So, what is it we need to know about NRA's Whittington Center? That's nrawc.org. Let us know what we need to finish off with here.
It's the tagline is America's greatest shooting destination, and we mean it. 33,300 acres, 52 square miles. bring whatever you got. I'll find a spot for you to shoot it. It's here. It's one of the greatest kept secrets within the NRA, but 140,000 people a year know about it, and you all should be one of those people too. Come visit, and I'll leave it at that. So
thank you very much. Dave Kelner with the NRA Whittington Center again, NRAWC.org. Thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it, Dave.
Thank you all.